Where Hindu extremism was whitewashed, Muslims were vilified. Throughout all this, the Supreme Court stayed quiet. The Supreme Court is absolutely correct in banning the recent NCERT book. An entire generation should not grow up believing their justice system to be corrupt. But in its order, the Supreme Court has said that there was an agenda to demean the dignity of the judiciary. This raises an important question. Is the dignity of the Supreme Court some independent thing, separate from the dignity of the citizens it is meant to protect? Because the dignity of the citizens, especially the backward classes and the minorities, has been consistently stripped by the NCERT book revision since 2014. But the judiciary never stepped up for them. In Class 12 Political Science, the 2002 Gujarat riots were referred to as anti-Muslim riots, since majority of the people who died were Muslim. The new textbooks removed any reference to the word anti-Muslim, as if the Gujarat riots had no communal angle at all. Not only that, but references to the National Human Rights Commission's criticisms of the Gujarat government for failing to control the violence were completely removed. Another line which read, "Instances like in Gujarat alert us to dangers involved in using religious sentiments for political purposes," removed. If this isn't enough political propaganda for you, an entire page on Mahatma Gandhi's assassination and its links to Hindu extremism was removed. It read, "Gandhiji was convinced that any attempt to make India into a country only for the Hindus would destroy India. His steadfast pursuit of Hindu-Muslim unity provoked Hindu extremists so much that they made several attempts to assassinate Gandhiji. After Gandhiji's death, the government of India cracked down on organizations that were spreading communal hatred. Organizations like the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh were banned for some time. Communal politics began to lose its appeal. Deleted. Where Hindu extremism was whitewashed, Muslims were vilified. Entire sections were added to emphasize the brutality of Mughal rulers. On the other hand, good instances, like when the Muslim ruler Tipu Sultan fought the British, were completely removed. Throughout all this, the Supreme Court stayed quiet. Then there's the systematic dismantling of any empathy towards backward classes and minorities. In Class 12 Sociology, there was a reference to how caste backwardness operates. It read, "A Dalit is likely to be confined to traditional occupations such as agricultural labor, scavenging, or leather work, with little chance of being able to get high-paying white-collar or professional work." Deleted. In the same book, an entire paragraph on the political vulnerability of minorities was removed. It is important to understand that the protection of minorities and backward classes find direct mention in the most important part of the Constitution, the fundamental rights. The Supreme Court derives its dignity from being the protector of this Constitution. It is not wrong of the Supreme Court to speak up against the recent revision, but it only highlights all the times in the previous 12 years when it did not speak up.